The Pan-Niger Delta Forum has called on governors in the South-South region to fast-track the establishment of a security outfit in order to help protect the area against further attacks by marauding herdsmen. The National Publicity Secretary of PANDEF, Ken Robinson, stated this while reacting to the killing of a youth, Noyenwa Omoko, in Egbede community, River State, allegedly by a suspected herdsman last week. Robinson said, "We will use this opportunity to call on the South-South governors to fast-track the process of establishing a regional security outfit as other regions have done." Now, there are many questions to this as to whether or not that is the best solution to our many problems. But joining us to explain further is Honorable Ken Robinson. He's the National Publicity Secretary of PANDEF. Good morning, Mr. Robinson.
Good morning, Oråcle. It's nice to be with you this morning. And good morning, River State. Good morning, Niger Delta. Good morning, Nigeria.
Morning. Thanks for making the time. All right, so I just quoted what you said, which obviously you were stating for PANDEF, that it was important that a security outfit was established. There have been many recommendations to boost regional security, and we've had many other ones besides a security outfit. Why is this PANDEF's position?
Security is the fundamental responsibility of government, and you have to be alive before you talk about anything else. Without the dead cannot go into investments and economic ventures. So the safety and well-being of our people is paramount, and that's why last year in January, when PANDEF had an expanded National Executive Committee meeting in Benin, in Benin City, Edo State. One of the highlights of that meeting was our response to the security issues, particularly the activities of killer herdsmen. And we consider that with the setting of Amotekun in the southwest and what the southeastern governors were doing at that time, the Niger Delta, and particularly the south-south zone, could become a safe haven for these prisons. They will move from other areas and move into the south-south. And we are clearly beginning to see that now. And so PANDEF had elected to propose a security framework. And that was done by some of our top experts in that area. And since November last year, PANDEF had made that presentation, handed over that framework to the South-South governors during their meeting in Port Harcourt in November 2020. And we understand the challenges. We understand that the South-South geopolitical zone is not like Southwest or Southeast. We have peculiarities, we have complexities and diversity. And managing these complexities and diversities could be could propose challenges to the governors. But we cannot continue to allow our people to be killed by these marauding herdsmen, these killer herdsmen, who have no value for life. And so it's critical that we have to safeguard our environment, protect our people first before any other thing. We cannot govern dead people. We have to be alive to be governed. We have to be alive to enjoy all the other social infrastructures that people are putting in place. So safety and security should be paramount.
All right, Mr. Robinson, as much as that is extremely important, it sounds like the idea is to copy other regions, by stating that the Southeast had something and the Southwest as well. So let's do as they do. Is that also an inspiration so that we do as other regions have done?
Beyond what other regions have done, these things in the northeast, in the northwest, in Kano and some other states, they also have security arrangements that are complementing the conventional established national security agencies. As we all know, the Nigerian security agencies, the personnel and officials of the Nigerian Army military, the Nigerian military, the Nigerian Air Force, the Navy, the police, the civil defense, and all of them put together, they have a workforce of less than 1 million people. And we're talking about a country that is so vast with a population of over 200 million people. The Nigerian police is less than 500,000. So the security agencies in Nigeria are clearly overwhelmed. So what Nigerians are doing now and what governors should understand is that we need to complement the efforts of the Nigeria police and the Nigeria military. The military is fighting on several fronts, trying to complement the police, but it's not enough. And then we have situations where borders have been opened, let loose, and people could come in and out of Nigeria at will. And the federal government itself has said some of these killer herdsmen are not even Nigerians, they're aliens. And they don't have value for life. Life has become meaningless in Nigeria. And you cannot go on continue destroying livelihoods of our people, and that our people will continue to sit down and watch. And any time there is a reaction from our people, the consequence or ramification is death. And this is completely unacceptable. And so we will continue, and particularly governors of the South region, to kindly fast track this process to establish we are aware that some states are putting in independent arrangements, but there has to be an integration, a collaboration, a network. Because when you take care of those states, the people who move to another state will be endangered. And we can see the spillover of activities of criminals and criminal-minded people across states in the Niger Delta, particularly South region.
Okay.
So it's imperative for the governors to understand that this process needs to be put in place.
Now, the creation of an outfit, though important, does not seem like the best immediate response to killer herders, because again, this is something that we need to take action to immediately. And of course, setting up an outfit, there are lots of things you have to consider: the recruitment, the training, and all the time it will take, because you want it to be sustained. Now, some have recommended cheaper options, like boosting the available security outfits, collaboration, and most importantly, intelligence gathering. If you have the collaboration of citizens in communities and they are willing to give information, then the existing outfits can work better. Don't you think that's a more sustainable and cheaper option?
That would have been sustainable and better in an environment that there are no biases. We have a situation in our hands where criminals are being patronized and accommodated, tolerated, and victims are being further victimized and persecuted. Clearly, we have seen unverified videos, but everything speaks to the fact that there is this attitude of arrogance that we control the military, we control the police, and there is nothing anybody can do. There have been reports of herders, killer herders being escorted. Of course, we hear the stories of herders being arrested by vigilante and security outfits in Southwest, and they've been released and taken to Abuja and all that. So those feelings of insincerity, the insinuations of bias on the side of the Nigerian police and the military are there. And so if we want to solve this problem, it has to be a collaborative effort. We some of the things we see happen here in some states in the Middle Belt, in some states in Southwest and Southeast, we don't see those prompt reactions, determined reactions from the military and the security agencies in some other parts of the country, like Northwest and even in the Northeast. You see communities being invaded, forests being devastated in Southeast and some other parts of the country, particularly South, in pursuit of supposed militants and criminals. But we have not seen any community being destroyed in the Northwest or even in the Northeast with all the activities of bandits and the terrorists, kidnapping school children at will. No forests have been invaded, no forests have been destroyed, decimated. So there are clear issues of bias on the part of the government, on the part of the security agencies. And that brings to bear the need for some internal arrangement by the state. And that is what other zones are doing, other regions are doing, the Southwest and the Southeast, and reinforcing those positions. And our people, our governors, need to understand that they are there to protect the welfare and the security of our people as chief security officers of their state.
All right. Now, Mr. Robinson, you and I would agree that every region has its unique insecurity challenge. If what is happening in the north does not look or sound like what is happening right here in the south, it doesn't mean that they have any less problem. but the idea is security has to be boosted nationwide. I'm also concerned because we know that when outfits like this come up, it doesn't take long before the abuse of power follows. Now, Ebubago of the Southeast has not exactly kicked off. Governors have just spoken about it, but there's nothing on ground. Amoteku is the only example that we can give. And even with the Amoteku, we've had situations where there were reports of human rights abuse by those officials. So that's also a concern that, people put out there as to why it may not be wise to start an entirely fresh security outfit. Do you see reason?
The issues of abuses are part of human problem. I grew up in an environment in Port Harcourt where in the late 70s there has to be security arrangements by people living around the neighborhood. And of course, abuses will come up and they extort money from people and all that. But we cannot, because of envisage abuses, overlook what is necessary to be done. We must do what is right. We must do what is right. That's the underlying fact. And the truth of the matter is that internal security, we have made our proposals, our submissions to the National Assembly. Internal security should be expunged from the exclusive legislative list, and it should be in the concurrent list. The security of the country cannot be decided from Abuja alone. The police commissioner in Rivers State is not answerable to the governor of Rivers State. He takes his instruction from Abuja, and that's not proper. In every normal democracy, a federal system, there are units of police, even down to the province, down to local police, even community police. A community that can establish its own police should be able to establish it. And that's what we have suggested and recommended to the National Assembly. Open up the system. Expunge internal security from the exclusive list, and let states and even local government areas be able to take care of security in their various areas. A person who is native, indigenous to an area, will understand the situations in that area. You post someone from Adamawa State to Bayelsa State to be commissioner of police, he is not in tune with the people, and then he does not take instructions from the person you say is the chief security officer of that state. And those kind of arrangements create what has been the domination of certain groups over certain people, and then biases. Because this person is from an area, perhaps it's natural that you tolerate the person's excesses, and then you become overbearing over those that have been affected by the negative activities of your people. And that's the situation in Nigeria. We see what's going on in Benue State. We see what is going on even in some communities in Delta State, in Edo State. And now it's creeping into Rivers State. The killing of a young man in the community in Oba local government area. Don't forget that last year, we also lost one of our precious brothers, Barrister Alabo West, through this killed by suspected Fulani Herdsmen. And we cannot allow people to continue to be killed, not minding the numbers. Someday they could become more emboldened and then begin to invade communities and destroy our communities.
All right, it's Morning Crossfire 92.3 Nigeria Info. Conversations with Honorable Ken Robinson. He's the National Publicity Secretary of PANDEF. And PANDEF's position is that a South-South security outfit needs to be established. Do you agree with that position? Or do you think we can try other things? We'd like to hear from you. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. 0817-923-0007. WhatsApp and Telegram 080-903-06416. Now, Mr. Robinson, constitutional review, the process was started. Of course, we had hearings at the regional level, and we know that it's supposed to take some time before some of that is implemented. Do you think we also need to wait to see where our constitution goes as to whether or not we're getting state police, and if that could help boost regional security?
Interestingly, state police was one of the 17 items the Senate listed in the zonal public hearings, regional public hearings. But the worries and concerns and doubts over whether this National Assembly and this presidency will have muster the political will to do the necessary amendments as Nigerians have suggested, and whether Mr. President will assent to it. You know that the Senate and in fact the National Assembly could do its work, and if Mr. President says no to it, it ends there. Right. Without if this National Assembly will have the courage to override Mr. President. Let's
take some calls. Ida is calling. Good morning, Ida.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yes, I agree with the PANDEF. My brother, like your news headline, how what is happening. I'm not telling them to kill any Fulani herdsmen, but to drive them away in their farms. We should not take laws into their hands. They are our brothers. They are human beings like us. The traditional rulers.
Hello, are you there?
Then peacefully, carry their cow and go away from this place. Or they should report to the government so the government know what to do. Or they go to the police headquarters to tell them and look at what is happening. And what is happening in Ogun, they should go to police headquarters and report them. They should not take drugs into their hands.
Right.
Thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you very much, Ida. Kabari is on the phone. Good morning, Kabari.
Good morning, Oråcle Chinedu.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm coming Kabari.
Go ahead.
I'm calling from Bamako, Ghana.
All right.
Oråcle Chinedu. Bamako is one of those communities from Ghana local government that is making news regarding the threat posted by this herdsmen. Now, you are aware, the governor of Rivers State said that immediately the Rivers State Assembly resumes activity that is going to do what? Send a bill to them to ensure that they pass it into law banning open grazing. As we speak, nothing has been done. And I want to stand this clear. Without fear of any security agencies or government, because we have no government.
Hold on, Kabari. We do have a government.
Local government, they will receive it hot, and they will receive it hot.
Okay, we hopefully, would not get there. But it's important to, state the right things. We do have a government. You may not be satisfied with that government, but it does not mean that it does not exist. I'll take one more call and then take a break. Mr. Zion from GRA, good morning.
I believe that we should learn to live with these people. For God's sake, they are not our enemies. We are the ones waging war on these people. We are the ones that imposing threats on these people, for goodness sake. 2014, I have confronted these people one-on-one. My community is prone to them to come to for grazing and everything on yearly basis, right from being a childhood. But 2014, they have to threat and killed a youth in my community. I confronted them. And the police came, even the Nigerian police, you are thinking on Nigerian security, they will not solve this problem. The solution is this: whenever you see them appear in your community, give them a parcel of land to graze.
Really?
You are here fighting and struggling, raining brimstone or whatever. The federal government has just told you that they are tracing their roots.
Okay, so
what if the federal government
hold on, Mr. Zion, hold on. So give them a parcel of land, as you said. So where are we going to get this land? Whose land?
Don't we have lands in Rivers State, in Bayelsa State? Let us be sincere to ourselves.
All right.
We have lands we can give these people to graze.
Well, thank you, Mr. Zion. Mr. Robinson, I'm certain you're listening. We will have to take a break, a commercial break. Do you have anything to add? It's like you wanted to say something.
No, maybe after the break, I will respond to the last speaker.
Very important. You really have to. All right, after the break, this conversation continues. Don't go anywhere.
The Morning Crossfire.
Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001-8162 and let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817
Fire 92.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Sam Oråcle Chinedu. We're still talking about PANDEF demanding South security outfits as suspected herders attack. And I'm on the phone with the National Publicity Secretary, Honorable Ken Robinson. You're welcome once again, Mr. Robinson.
Thank you so much to be back. It's nice to be back. And let me quickly, briefly respond to the last caller's contribution that we should give them land. Last year, under the platform of a platform created by an NGO Search for Common Ground, in the Nigeria, that was part of discussions with issues around herdsmen threats to communities, particularly in Kana local government area. And the DP of Kana local government area, I don't know whether he's still there, a fantastic gentleman. He made a statement, and which is fantastic, which perhaps the last caller should bear in mind, that cows don't understand the difference between a farmland and a virgin land. When you give land to these men, and then they graze on those lands, there is a likelihood that the cows will stray into farmland and then decimate what someone has labored for perhaps for months and destroy all the crops. And then community people will not continue to watch cows stray into their farms and then destroy their crops.
Mr. Robinson, I really think we're wasting valuable time for this conversation on that, because giving land is not even an option. It doesn't make sense that I have my personal business and somehow the community is supposed to contribute. If the community members are not my family members, I don't see a picture where everyone has to be responsible for my personal business. But again, I understand we all have opinions. So let's focus.
We have opinions, and then we need to also educate or enlighten these persons who hold on to this kind of opinions. It's the same attitude of the government that state government should give land to this person. It's the same, those asking communities to give land, also the same opinion with the ones saying state government should give land. Cattle rearing is a private business, as you have said, and those engaged in that business should be able to go about it as a business. The truth remains that the days of open grazing are over. It's archaic. We cannot continue with that practice in this modern time.
All right, we're still taking your thoughts. 0817-923-0002. PANDEF is asking for a security outfit, regional that is, believes it's going to boost security and solve many problems. Do you agree? Over to WhatsApp and shortly to Facebook. I support the submission of Mr. Ken Robinson for a group of herders to kill people without minding is most unfortunate. The South should, as a matter of urgency, act fast to prevent senseless killings. To reign without end. Williams from Fuche community. Good morning. I greet your guests. The position of PANDEF for the establishment of South security cannot work smoothly until the traditional institutions have a say in the Nigerian Constitution. Before now, traditional institutions were seen as lawmakers in their domain. They take care of security. However, the call for PANDEF is a good one. If we can have South Security Summit, it will not be seen as a political summit. Royal Chief Ambassador Magnus Edo from Kwawa. We have Gift from Yenogwa on the phone. Hello, Gift.
Good morning, Sam Chinedu.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. Let me greet Ken Robinson. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother. Good morning.
Yes, as far as I am concerned, Chinedu Oråcle, by honestly, you see the results as we speak. Because just recent, about the 64,000 PANDEF by the state government through the Commissioner for Agri. And we were lucky enough to get that bill passed earlier before Johnson went on strike. So I urge the leader state government, we are so much believing the trust I have in that man. I don't want him to make any mistake. We are not to the crime. Here in Bayelsa, they did the same. And a judge council came up with action. Immediately the governor saw that action that was going the other way around. He came up with this idea and they stopped it immediately. As I speak with you, there's no way any Herdsmen will try any Bayelsa boy, girl, whether they are stranger here, resident in Bayelsa. No way. You cannot try it. So we care of all people should not allow people to be crying like this. I don't like what is going on. So you should put a stop to this nonsense that is going on. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gift. Mufasa is calling from D-Line. Good morning, Mufasa.
Yeah, hi, Sam. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, and good morning to the guest. Well, Sam, my position on this matter is, it's a bit, should I say controversial, but these are my opinion. Well, Sam, I believe that PANDEF as a body has already shown sincerity in tackling insecurity in the region. Now, before now, we've had series of court killings in this part of the country. And I've not heard any time that PANDEF has come out to speak against that. Does it mean that because we're having, suspected Fulani headers now moving around our region, has now become an issue? Even the Ogoni land we are talking about today, there was a time in the recent past that cultists have prevented people from going to their farms. It's on record, Sam. And nobody has said anything about it. Why now? Why this energy? Because it's, not that I'm in support of open grazing. To me, open grazing is a cake and should be done away with. But let us not begin to
ascribe the whole crime in the region to just the federals alone. It is something that we need to look at it subjectively and holistically.
All right.
And then again, Sam, the issue of regional security, I have always said that it will never work. Look at Amoteco, look at Ebubeagu and the rest. What result has it been able to prove or give to the people in terms of fighting insecurity? Let us put pressure on our government to equip and support, inspire the police, because they are the ones that are responsible for internal security. You cannot say, let us form regional security because other regions have formed their own. What benefits, what progress has this regional security been able to make in the regions that it has been formed? We see of killings in the southwest.
Let's allow
we see of killings in the southeast.
Okay, Mufasa. Let's allow the Public Secretary to respond to that. Thank you for your contribution, Mr. Robinson.
Yes, Mustafa. Security, insecurity is insecurity in whatever color or coloration it comes with, whether it is cult clashes, whether it's community conflicts, or whether it's killer herdsmen. The significant thing to note is that killer herdsmen are aliens to our communities. They don't have value for life. They value their cows more than humans, and that's been established. But the regional security outfit we are asking for, of course, will not be focused on killer herdsmen alone. It's the regional security outfit. We're saying there needs to be some collaboration, some integration of security issues in the South-South. Let the states have a common base that they will work together, share information, intelligence, and all that, and work together.
All right.
And whether it's working in Southwest or Southeast, because others are not working or something, yours will not work. It depends on how it's framed. And we have a fantastic framework, which we have presented to governors. And we are sure that it will help in complementing the efforts of the established security agencies in the country.
Mr. Robinson,
but don't forget,
we have. I apologize for cutting you. We have other calls we need to take, but I would like you to respond to him saying that when the insecurity is internal, cultists in the region, PANDEF has not spoken as loudly as they just did.
PANDEF have always condemned insecurity issues and killings amongst our people. We made statements, we interacted with people, we spoke to people. We don't need to come to the media to say this is what we have done concerning insecurity or killings in our environment. Across the Niger Delta, the Niger Delta Forum is committed to the peaceful, harmonious coexistence of our people, the unity of our people, and of course, sustaining the peace and security and development of the region. That's our focus, and that's what we are committed to.
All right.
Don't forget.
Hello?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay. We'll be taking comments from Facebook shortly, but I have Chris from Choba on the phone. Good morning, Chris.
Yes, Sam, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Chris. I think I want to collaborate the statement of the last caller, because I don't understand this sudden change of we and them, my people are not my people. For heaven's sake, we are Nigerians. We should solve our problem as Nigerians. This we and them issue, that is what has kept this country at this level. We have been living with these headers for years. Why has not these issues arisen? Do you know how many people have killed in this environment? And efforts were not made by the so-called PANDEF to form a regional security outfit. Why are we politicizing these issues? It's so paining for me to hear that, because you call people, you want to demonize a particular tribe because of politics, for heaven's sake. And when people talk about this being a private business, yes, it's a private business. I don't support open grazing. For heaven's sake, there are people who are also doing private business. The government has organized markets for them. It is a cow market. You can organize it. We're talking about there is no land. We have a lot of land lying fallow that we're not using. I can't we connect ourselves as a people. What is all this disgracing? We're disgracing ourselves before the Committee of Nations in the world. Right. What is so big a deal that we cannot coordinate ourselves? Something that is supposed to yield us billions of dollars and naira. We're here killing ourselves for nothing. And we say you and them, who and them. It's a pity, honestly.
All right, thank you, Chris. Lawson from Igbo. I lost that call. Let's go over to... Yes?
Can we say how much the last caller talked about billions of dollars? Can we in the last 50 years Do anybody have statistics of how much revenue herders have paid to the federal government or state government? But that's not the issue. Are there no lands in Kano State, in Zamfara State, in Bauchi State, in Borno State, in Kebbi State, in Jigawa State? It is beyond we Nigerians. There is a clear and very clear attitude of territorial expansion, whether anybody likes it or not. I said before, for whatever reasons, people can hold on to some opinion, but there are clear indications that there is an attempt to undermine the integrity of some sections of the country and make us look as if we are commoners in a country that we have contributed so much. Are we truly one Nigeria? That Niger Delta produces about 80% of the resources of the country and we receive less than 20%, and that some sections that contribute zero receives about 57% every month. Is that truly one Nigeria? And we should be quiet and allow this to continue for under 50 years as it has continued for the last 50, 60 years?
Well, Mr. Robinson, we are not quiet. Conversations and the voices have brought about an attempt, and I say attempt because it's still in progress, to do something about it, to review the Constitution, to ensure that everybody gets their fair share. I'm sure that's what the restructuring really provides. But then, coming to state that for political reasons we forget a position we held earlier, I think it's a valid concern that the caller made. Of course, I think everybody should not support the open grazing. But in situations where we suddenly turn our backs on what we used to believe in for the purpose of politics being the headline, it's truly disturbing, Mr. Robinson, and I'm sure you would agree with that.
Well, this has nothing to do with politics. And what are the values that we used to believe in? I am asking because I do not know. I'm old enough to understand that the Civil War ended in 1970, thereabouts.
Yeah.
January 1970. But the war has not ended. We have been fighting ourselves with armaments of bias, discrimination, of oppression, of marginalization and neglect. I used to use the word marginalization because Niger Delta people have been using it for over 60 years. From 1957 till date, we have been using that word. And people are not worried. Today, as we speak, and it's some of the reasons why people think that the security architecture is lopsided and not working, because it's not intended to work. Today, as we speak, out of 17 top military, paramilitary, intelligence, and agencies in the country, 14 of them are headed by persons from not more than 6 states: Kano, Kaduna, Katsina, Sokoto, Kebbi, Zamfara, Borno. Is that a country? And people should not talk. And,
we're talking.
And these things embolden these persons. And we have seen, of course, unverified videos where they say we control the military, we control the police. There is nothing you can do. And so today, 1 year after, my friend, my brother, Sualabo West was killed. Nothing has been done about it. No justice.
All right, Mr. Robinson. We're going to take the recommendations in a list format, but Ben has been on the phone for quite some time. I hope he's still there. Ben? Good morning, Ben.
Chinedu.
Yeah, thanks for staying on the phone.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. See, there's one thing I really wanted to say. We are no one. We should stop disturbing ourselves. If you see the attitude of these people, we are no one. Those who are complaining, those who are talking that we should give them land, we should give them why we don't do, why can't we live together? Why can't we live? Will you force somebody to live with you? Will you force somebody to marry somebody? I want to be your husband by force. You must agree that I like you. First, imagine that Goni in your news airline this morning. If that woman is defend herself to run your business for Emoha to Baesa, there is every land in that area. They can go there and buy a lot of land for a local government there and put their cow there. Sell that place, mark a cow farm. If I want to buy a cow, I'll go there and buy a cow. I'll never tell anybody to buy a cow by taking them on the road.
If I want to buy a cow, I go to the gantry where they keep cow, and I buy my cow there. I cannot see those small boys carrying cow in the bush. I call them, I want to buy a cow, what 200,000, I give it 200,000 cash. They will not sell for me. I have to go to where they keep the cow, I chop her or the river. I buy. So why we between ourselves? They should buy land and keep their cow there, for God's sake, and stop disturbing the issue of Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Ben. We have a couple of minutes left on the clock. I need to take a few comments on Facebook. Martin Smart, the governor only exercises power when it has to do with IPOB. And Holly Ebby, good morning. Sometimes I begin to imagine if truly this is a country where the law is dying gradually. Must we demand for safety when those are the things, the needful things that we must have? Emmanuel Vic, can't I just wake up to good news for once in this country? Every day it's one tragedy or the other. And Joseph Xavier, the governor can only talk when it's IPOB, but it's herders, he will not talk. Well, he has said something, that a bill will be passed. Okay, this is not for us. Over to WhatsApp. PANDEF calls for South governors to organize security network. This is a welcome development. The governor should come up with legislation in various state assemblies to check the killing of innocent farmers in the region. Cow is private business, should be seen as such, is a king boy. And finally on WhatsApp, if the government's passed a bill on open grazing, then they should pass another one to ban it. We don't owe this cow, okay, I wouldn't call them the name you've put here, any piece of land. If grazing is a culture for them, then it should be practiced in their state. Charles Gideon. Now, Mr. Robinson.
Yes, Oracle.
We were going to talk a little further about, PANDEF's position as to stating that the president was not taking the region seriously, but I'm sure we'll have another day and another time for that conversation. So final words, lasting solutions to this problem, sustainable enough for us to stay as a country. That last part is important. What must we do?
Regional security has to be not an isolated one-item agenda. Regional security should be in place, complement the established security agencies, police, civil defense, and the military, as far as collaborate with community, traditional rulers, as someone suggested. That has to be a collaborative effort. But we need a coordinating outfit, and that's what we're saying the governor should fast track, and it's necessary.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Robinson, for your time. We truly appreciate it. Have yourself a lovely day.
Yeah, you too have a wonderful day, and thank you for the wonderful work the media is doing.
That was a pleasure.
It would have been worse if not for you.
Okay, permit my head to swell. It's been a great time on the Morning Crossfire today. Thanks for being a part of it. Remember, the conversation does not end on radio, and it shouldn't. It happens on social media. To be a part of it, connect with us at Nigeria Info PH on most of the platforms. And with me at Sparkling Oracle, and well, the same is structured most of the platforms. Coming up next after the news is Hello Port Hackett with Jude. You don't want to miss that. Don't go anywhere.